What is going on,
Hello.
everyone? We are back with another episode of the podcast,
I am Pound,
and I am Slash.
and this your boy Spidey.
We are the Pound and Slash.
We make penis. I went to it. And as you can see, they got a new fucking cat. This is Gilgamesh.
Yeah, we have two cats. As you can see down there, Sephi. She's the one that's normally in the background.
Oh my god.
She's staring up at the new cat. His name is Gilgamesh, and he's staring up at the birds that he just discovered.
And
He's been here for like 6 hours. Hold on. 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 5 hours. And he's just now noticed the birds.
hey yo, I get what you said that they're going to eventually get low, but it's funny. It's like I feel like she just wants to slap the shit out of him. I'm just like, oh, okay, so you all the way up there. That's where I sleep at.
They're staring at each other now.
And he wants to get the bird, and she's just like, not even, she ain't even blinking. Like, no eye contact, just straight eye contact.
Anyways, with that being said,
just
Ralph,
slap the shit out of him. But, get the fuck off there.
give us some news.
I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay, we're going to start things off. Sebastian Stan says that he's taking a break from Anthony Mackie because people have discovered, well, not Sebastian, but some people have noticed on Twitter and other social media accounts that he hasn't talked to Anthony Mackie since November 2021. So basically, people are speculating that I guess Anthony Mackie's Sebastian has taken a break from Anthony Mackie. So, which people are saying like,
She's like, "This is my cat tree, motherfucker."
please slap him. Please, I want to see that on camera.
I want him to actually like beat the hell out of her, not like seriously hurt her, but enough to make her realize, yo, he's not
the
to be
one.
fucked with. He is not the one.
Look at his face. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I will slap the shit out of you if you get anywhere near me. You just put this in your time. We got some cat shit, some new shit, some Marvel shit. Anyway. Oh, God. So what do you think about Sebastian Stan taking a break from Anthony Mackie? He said he hasn't returned his text of mine since November 2021.
I think they're full of shit. I think this is going to be added on to the whole saga that them two have with each other.
Right.
I don't think they're not talking.
Right. Because somebody said now Tom Holland has a chance to get in good with Stan or Mackie now.
It'll
So
never be
Spider-Man
Mackie.
can
Have you seen Tom and Mackie go at it? That shit is hilarious.
Man, it's like a love-hate. Like these guys, like a love-hate relationship. It's funny as shit. That's the funniest shit, man. The next other bit of news we also have is I don't even care about the actor's name. They got an actor who is playing cast as a villain in the Kraven the Hunter spinoff movie.
Why are we making villains heroes just to give them more villains?
I just. And why are people encouraging this?
Yeah, because
like what?
People actually want Sony to do their dumb shit.
Like somebody said, he would be a great Edward Linsky, aka Lightmaster, a character who recruits Kraven to complete missions and has a power similar to Electro. Who gives a shit? Like, I'm so confused. Like, I don't know what this is, man. Like, what? Dang, I was waiting for the slap. I was like...
Oh, you missed it.
He slapped her?
They slapped each other.
Not high five, but actually slapped each other?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's some funny shit. But anyway, continue with your rant. Well, you're saying, why are they making villains and the heroes? Because... And then people are encouraging, like, they say, well, he could play Lightmaster or play, like, a character. And I'm like, I don't know what that fucking means. Like, can we not do this? Like, I'm already just pissed off with Venom. Oh, shit, I forgot that was on.
No, you're fine. Just go ahead and turn it off.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that was on.
Just make sure. It's not actually actively on, but I didn't want it to turn on mid-conversation.
Right.
Yeah,
you was going to start ranting about the fact that...
I wasn't going to rant.
Not rant, but she was like...
I don't get why they're turning villains into heroes just to create new villains or put more villains in. Like, just make these people villains and have Spidey go against them in the MCU. You're kind of crossing over into the MCU with shit, anyways.
I mean, it's one of them things. It's like I don't.
Or Sony,
care.
just sell your rights to Spider-Man back to fucking Disney.
Sony will be. But see, here's the thing. Like, once they get those rights back, Sony will be no more. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Not no more. I shouldn't say because they're always going to be here, of course. I'm saying, who's going to actually spend time to go see a Sony movie anymore?
I honestly don't know what they do outside of Spider-Man.
They do animation and shit, too. And see, that goes to show you.
No, their animation's fine.
I mean, they did a cut like
Into
that.
the Spider-Verse was dope as hell.
That was dope. Then they did. See, she's thinking of more. They did Captain Underpants, and they did
yeah, no one cares.
Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, still no one cares.
That's what
Unless you're like 5.
Anyway, the next news we got. Charlie Cox has expressed interest in a Daredevil and Black Widow movie crossover. He said he finds their relationship in the comics really funny and sexy at the same time. Yeah, just not that dumb bitch. Anyway, I don't mind a Black Widow crossover, just not that one.
I'm expressing interest in Charlie Cox keeping his fucking mouth shut.
Dang, you know what? He's in the MCU now, man. You gotta let him live a little. He only been in one movie so far.
Give us a Spider-Man crossover. Give us a fucking Moon Knight crossover.
He's been in one movie, and you're like, yo, what?
Give us a She-Hulk crossover.
Oh,
but
man.
please let Natasha stay dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say just get the other Black Widow, Yelena, like get her. Like I said, I just said I'm cool, just not that dumb bitch. And Natasha, or go back, go do your Saturday Night Live thing. I don't care, don't care. Also, we also have breaking news: Disney Plus will introduce a new low price at ad support subscription tier to US later this year. So, what are they gonna try to? They're going to put ads on this?
They're going to offer a lower subscription base.
Right.
It's going to be probably around like $4 or $5. And instead of paying the $10 that you pay now, you can pay the $4 or $5 and still watch all the same things you can watch, except they'll have ads in them instead of them being straight through.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's not a bad option for people that don't mind ads.
Ah.
You're saving $5 a month.
Huh, God. Oh, well, I don't put it on my TV, put it on my phone sometimes. Yeah, I don't get ads on my phone. Okay. Cool. Let's see what else you got.
I just hope it doesn't take over the app like fucking Hulu did.
And Tubi and all the rest of the places, like.
No, Tubi and them makes sense because Tubi's completely free.
Oh, okay.
If something's completely free, you're gonna get ads. They have to make money somehow.
Okay.
And they make money through their ads. So Tubi doesn't bother me. If I watch something on Tubi, I know I'm getting ads.
Mm-hmm.
But it's free. I'm not paying anything.
Right. Okay.
The ones that bother me, like
Roku.
Well, the ones that bother me are, it's really just Hulu. I've got the full subscription to Peacock, so I don't get ads during that unless I'm watching live TV.
Right.
Hulu's the only one, which I don't have Hulu anymore. Thank God.
Oh, you took Hulu out?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck that.
Do
you know how many times I've tried to go to sleep watching fucking like Family Guy?
Yeah.
And you'll be sitting there and you'll turn the volume up because the Family Guy, they have their volume super low. Yeah. And then all of a sudden the ads will come on and like, hey, how's it going? And it's like, motherfucker. Why?
It's like, we got some cars for sale. We got the new AT&T, every car, every phone, every commercial. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. That's funny. All right, the other bit of news we also got is Mark Ruffalo says that there's some really good, funny, long scenes. He's basically saying that he's between Hulk and She-Hulk and they'll come to this series. And he basically said, he stated that we've never really seen the Hulk interact with people the way he does in the show. Well, yeah, because he's not Bruce Banner no more. Or he's not the Hulk no more. I mean, for a brief second.
He is.
Yeah. I mean, well, because remember, we saw him. I'm assuming this is going to be pre-Shang-Chi, I'm assuming. And then, like, later on the episode's probably going to lead up to him talking to Shang-Chi. Like, I'm trying to see where the timeline She-Hulk is at here. Like, I'm pretty sure the first couple episodes he's going to be in Hulk, and then the next couple episodes he's not going to be in the Hulk form no more. So, I guess they're probably saying, like, the interaction between those two, because, he doesn't really talk to himself like Bruce. Because, I mean, he doesn't use Bruce Banner as much. When the last time we saw Bruce Banner? Like, Infinity War? That's actually the last time we actually saw him. Before he decided to say, hey, I want to be Smart Hulk all day. Like, that's fine, I guess. Sure. So.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about what Banner's going to be doing. I'm excited for that show. Dear God, sorry guys. I was actually about almost in a nap when he got here.
And now he look at see the shoes on the foot. Now I'm looking at him now, like he is yawning all over the place.
No, there's a difference. I'm yawning. I'm not falling asleep in my chair, sir.
He's gonna expose me like that, bitch. All right, that's fine. That's fine.
No.
I'll take that, sir.
No, I'm super excited for Hulk or She-Hulk. I have been, especially now that I hear Charlie Cox is probably going to be in it as well.
Yep, and Abomination.
We've already known him though. They announced Abomination almost as soon as the show was announced.
You're right.
It'll be interesting to see what they do at the show because she's another one of those break the fourth wall type characters, kind of like Deadpool.
Right.
I kind of hope he's in it. He won't be, but that'd be nice.
Okay, well, here's something we got. Oh, this is somewhat DC related. Somewhat, or DC, MCU related, but somewhat not. The Batman director, Matt Reeves, says he shows such respect for Kevin Feige, but he thinks would get lost directing an MCU movie. He basically is giving him props. Like, he's saying that I just don't know how would I make way through all of that, like all these movies. Like, what we got, like 15 movies or 18 movies and 5 or 6 Disney Plus shows, an animated show. Like,
you said Matt Reeves was giving
Kevin Feige props. Like, he's and I want to bring that up because all the directors we've been reading, like MCU, like we get negative reviews. This is probably the first time I ever seen somebody.
No, a lot of people actually give Marvel props. The only
Really?
ones, we've only seen the
I guess the ones that kind of come out
the
and kind of talk about
articles
it.
for the people that are they've been in the MCU and they don't like what things are happening. Like we've gotten Lou Ferrigno bitching.
Yep, he was. You know what? First one. He's the first one that started it. He said he didn't like the
usually.
CGI. He said, well, fans usually. Well, that's a good. Remember the first thing we talked about last year was that billboard. We want Tony back.
No, we don't.
We want prequels, and then we want prequels of prequels of prequels of prequels. It's like, we do? Do we honestly really do?
No, you know what happens when you get prequels?
No story.
Black Widow.
Yeah, you get Black Widow. You get Black Widow.
A movie that no longer matters
Anymore. At all. Don't care. And I like how some of the coworkers at our job were like, they're like, man, this Black Widow movie was when they came out, this is cool. I'm like, I don't care. You don't care? No.
I mean, it's good. It was unnecessary at that point.
We are now phase 4. We're making 50 billion multiverses happening.
Matt Reeves, I find as an interesting person because he just did the Batman.
Right, because I was saying because you you've seen it and you saw his directing style and all that.
He actually he's a great director, but he actually has already came out and said that he would never want to direct an MCU movie.
Which is weird because I wouldn't
So
mind
he's
seeing
praising what Kevin Feige's able to do,
right?
But wants nothing to do with it,
right?
So I'm kind of getting mixed signals.
I knew he was gonna say that,
right?
Because it's like you're praising, but you don't want to do it. Because I think he doesn't want to handle that task, though, man. I think he really doesn't want to handle it, man.
But it also makes sense because if you think about it. Mm-hmm. He's also already stated that this Batman is not going to be in the DCEU.
Right. Just like the Dark Knight trilogy. Right.
Okay, so he's not. Does he know that?
Oh dear.
And I only ask that because
if Warner Bros. Get involved in this,
if they're going to do the DCEU like they want to do it, you can't have 2 or 3 different Batmen going all at once.
Right. Unless you're going to do something like Flashpoint, in which case then that will probably bring that Batman in there.
Flashpoint is supposed to fix the DCEU, so they're going to bring in all these people, right?
Yeah.
So it's supposed to fix.
Right. Is that what Amber Heard going to leave? I'm sorry. Keep going.
So their goal is to fix the DCEU, which we saw the DCEU expand a little bit in Peacekeeper.
Right. And yes. Yeah. Which I saw the ending of it, which is not a bad show. I liked it. I gave it 8 out of 10.
So I just, if Warner Brothers wants,
because when you said that, I'm like, bro,
if Warner Brothers wants Robert Pattinson in DCEU movies, they're gonna have Robert Pattinson in DCEU movies.
And see, it's so fucked up because you know damn well Matt Reeves is just gonna leave the project. That's what made your fucking movie. If you do this, Matt Reeves is gonna bounce. He said, "You're gonna hear breaking news. Matt Reeves leaves." I'm like, "Yeah, I would leave too." Because Warner Brothers is like, "Oh, we need this Batman." I'm like, "But you're gonna fuck him up badly, actually."
Not necessarily.
You don't think Warner Brothers will have their grubby hands in this situation?
I'm not saying that they will or they won't.
Okay. If they get a hold of him,
they need to figure out what they're going to be doing with this DCEU. That's the big thing. If they're actually going to go
Because
through with this,
they're still trying to make Black Adam right now.
And-
we saw that little thing.
and here's the thing: if your DC movies are going to succeed, it's only going to really succeed in a DCEU format. But you've got to take the time to let characters develop themselves in their own movies before they start doing team ups and crossovers.
Right, don't give me BVS and then Justice League. Whoa. Gee, we hadn't even.
Like, we got BVS jumped right into Justice League,
Whoa.
and then
We
got Wonder Woman. And then got Aquaman.
And this is it. I'm like,
And
wait,
then-
wait, how are we gonna?
Shazam, who is absolutely worthless. And then, and you
Then
can't.
Peacekeeper,
you
like, wait a
can't-
minute, hold on, we got all these motherfucking people.
And then in Justice League,
It's ass backward.
regardless,
It still didn't
if
matter.
it's Zack Snyder
or Josh Whedon.
It
didn't matter.
you're still trying to create characters for this movie that haven't had their own movies yet, so you're trying to tell their backstories.
Meanwhile, fucking Marvel has said, bro, when they were trying to do Justice League, we got Age of Ultron, which we already established these characters what they were. Say which one about Age of Ultron, I still say that was a decent fucking good movie. But like it's we just had these stories already. It's like, golly. And the sad thing is, DC has more villains than fucking Marvel do. You don't think so?
Not overall.
No overall?
Not overall big villains. They're probably about neck and neck.
Really? Oh, I because one I thought DC had.
Because DC's got like,
I don't know.
like I mean,
I swear I thought that because I thought see, here's the thing, I thought Marvel had more heroes, and then DC had I mean, I'm thinking Marvel has the better heroes. No, that's probably what I'm thinking. Marvel has the better heroes, but DC has the better villains, and that's probably what I'm thinking.
well, that's all just based on how you feel about things.
Right.
That's subjective.
Right.
Because while yes, I do personally enjoy Marvel more, their characters, both heroes and villains overall.
Right.
There's people out there that absolutely love DC and they love their heroes. They
Well,
love,
like the
love
coworker
their
that sits in front of you, he was talking about that, even though. I mean, he told me this conversation too. You're like, I don't watch the DC, but thank you for talking about it. He was like, but I spent all this time watching this. I'm like, hey, nobody tell you to watch this shit. You're
Right.
talking to somebody who doesn't, outside of Batman. That's really it for this man. That's it.
yeah, for me, all I know from DC is Batman. I'm not a big fan of anything else.
It's crazy, man.
I would be more willing to become a fan if they would do this DCEU right.
Yeah, right. You would turn
again,
people into fans.
Because again, there's a lot of Marvel heroes that I wasn't fans of until they started bringing them into the MCU.
Right.
I hated Captain America.
Yeah.
Now he's one of my favorites.
He's one of your favorites. I didn't know who any of these characters were outside of Spider-Man, and now I'm like investing in all of them.
Right.
Now. And that's the thing. These characters are invested. Like, geez, and the sad thing is, you don't have to copy and paste it. Like, with Iron Man, they told their own story.
Batman's got their own stories.
Right, they got their own story. I was gonna say, like, with Iron Man, like when the first Iron Man dropped, like they did a few things here and there, but they changed it right there. They changed a few things. It's like it's not hard to tell. I'm not even saying a superb story. We ain't talking about Dark Knight worthy. I'm saying, just tell me a decent fucking story, like, and give me character development like that drives the story. I'm like,
Wait till you see the Batman tomorrow.
oh, well, I'm probably gonna have a. Oh yeah, when you open the door for me yesterday, I said I know it's good. I already knew what you was about to bring. You did one of these things. I said I know it's good. You don't even have to explain it, man. I know what it's gonna be tomorrow when I watch this movie. I know.
We're not going to go into reviews.
No, because this motherfucker know I will go home.
Understand this. This is a Marvel podcast, but I will say the Batman's a fantastic movie. Now, I ain't going to write its dick like all these other people out here.
Right.
I don't think it's as good as The Dark Knight.
Hell no. Whoa. Some people are thinking it's good as Dark Knight.
There's people out there that are saying it's the best Batman movie ever.
Oh,
No.
We do. Oh God.
Maybe 2, maybe 3. I can understand. But if you've got this over Dark Knight, what are your priorities in storytelling?
Because y'all got to remember, overall, DC, other than their animated movies, is cold, but their live action has not been hitting. Let's be. See, this is some
again,
goofy shit.
It is a great movie.
No, I'm not.
Everybody,
it just say overall, DC has failed us right now.
I
Miserably.
urge everybody to see it. It is one of the better DC movies. It's
Which is not saying much, though.
Very well done. I still personally prefer Marvel's format, but I understand why people prefer this. I will.
It's a one-off. It's like one of those one-off movies.
I will not debate with people. Like, I get it.
He won't do it like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I will die on that hill.
You ain't gonna debate nobody on the Batman. They like, it's a good movie. But how was it better than Dark Knight? Like, oh man, here we go. It's about to get you. Hey, let me get some popcorn for this shit.
No. When it comes to superhero movies, and even my debate with you was never whether you thought the movie was good or bad.
No, I know.
I just didn't like your reasons on why you thought Texas Chainsaw was bad. I don't like. Again, I could tell you. I could tell everybody it has 10 times the story of any other horror movie.
Right.
But you have to look for it. It's
gotta
not
look for
right
it.
there, and a lot of people don't want to do, and that's fine.
Right.
Anyway,
it's like what Captain Marvel. I brought back to the Marvel. It's like Captain Marvel.
You'll get to see us debate when Captain Marvel.
Oh, we're gonna have a good. Let me tell you something. Oh, bro. She's powerful. I hope so.
But no, so.
But yeah,
go see it.
But like I said, yeah, go see it. Anyway, that's it. Matt Reeves, he's praising. I get why you would have the mix. That's how I brought that up because it's the mixed feelings. And a lot of people on Twitter are saying that like, wait, so somebody even brought that up like what she said. So you're praising.
Although I think Matt Reeves would do excellent with a Daredevil style story or Punisher or something along those lines.
Or help with Moon Knight if you want. Come on with Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's already done.
I mean, like season 2. You know,
we don't even know if we're getting season 2 of any of these shows except for Loki and What If. Those are the only 2 that have had confirmed season 2.
Man, give me more. I'm just kidding. You're right. I don't know.
We'll probably get a season 2 of Hawkeye.
That's it. Kate Bishop.
That's just going to be Kate.
Just going to be Kate.
So that people can stop bitching about, oh, it's a bait and switch. Nah, dude, it was supposed to be a torch handoff to
That's what I want. I want to promote that one episode you ranted. Because there's always a few episodes he rants, and it's so fucking fun. He goes into a limit.
I hate dumb people.
Marvel, she woke.
I hate bigoted people.
Yeah.
So when you're dumb and bigoted,
it's like double.
It's a double fucking whammy.
Marvel's been taking L's. I'm like, they have? Oh boy, have you seen half this shit that's out now? Marvel is like guiding the ship right now, actually. They're like, hey yo, I got this.
Like, we're tired of these woke stories. Bitch, they're ripping them right out of the comics.
Right. Like, they've always
what more
been.
do you
Well,
want?
where have you been? Where? Or he could do a Luke Cage movie if you wanted. Like, it's just one of the things he could do. But anyway, I'll keep going. I think I got a few more notes. I just wanted to bring that up. I even liked it too. I said, yo, he praises the whole Marvel format, but he don't want to be. It's like he don't want to touch it. Though he's like, good job, but because he's probably been. Kevin Feige's probably asked him, hey, you want to, because more likely he's been asked.
You want to do some shit?
You want to do a movie?
You can stay doing Batman. That's fine.
Hey, that's what I feel like that's what James Gunn did. Because he's like, hey, just make sure you know where your family is, right? Like, you can do whatever this bullshit is with Suicide Squad, but in Peacemaker,
it's
come
like,
on back.
Oh, dude from this movie over here, you want to go be in the Batman movie? That's fine.
Right. We ain't going to discourage that. That's your movie. Like Christopher Nolan. That's your shit. Because they probably can't do Christopher Nolan, too.
No, I'm saying there's an actor in one of the Marvel movies that's in the Batman. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see him.
You won't recognize him.
They got to alter his fucking face.
No, actually, I could tell you who the actor is because it won't even give anything away.
Right.
As long as you don't go look up casting.
I won't. I promise I
won't. It's the dude that plays Eternals. The one that could control people's minds.
Oh, with the bow cut. Oh, I can't wait to see him. Yeah. I won't look him up. I promise
you won't recognize him?
Yeah, unless I really look for him.
No, you won't recognize him.
They changed his face like that. Or his
I can't tell you anymore. You won't recognize him.
Damn it. All right. Anyway, the next bit of news we got is that Dermot Mulroney has been cast as the president of the MCU's president of the United States and the upcoming Marvel series. But we don't know which Marvel series. So it could be like Armor Wars.
It'll be Armor Wars.
Or anything else. But he's been cast as the new president, which I didn't know MCU had a president of the United States. Damn. You know that, Ralph?
The MCU set in the USA.
I know it's set USA.
I mean, the MCU in general set in real world. They're not DC. They don't have a Gotham that doesn't exist.
You know what? See what he's...
They don't have Metropolis that doesn't exist.
They don't have Star Labs and shit. They don't have no bullshit.
Now, I jokingly say that because Marvel does have some places that don't actually exist.
Right.
Savage Lands. That
negative zone.
That island that, the mutants live at now. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, they don't have that.
But I mean, just in the general setting of things, it actually takes place in quote unquote real world. It's not a almost entirely fictional universe.
But that's cool.
They've got presidents. There's been actual people that show up that are famous people that have shown up in Marvel Comics and.
Right, but this is, I guess now they're trying to put a stamp on it. Like, he is the president of the United States. He's MCU. Do you know who Dermot Mulroney is, Marini? Dermot Mulroney? Somebody. Anyway, this is the final two pieces of news, and we talked about this. Disney Plus officially announced that Daredevil and 5 Netflix distributed series will be released in the USA, Canada, UK, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand on March 16th, and that Disney will be updated parental controls on March 16th and 6 to when the 6 TVMA rated Netflix MCU shows release on the stream.
Okay, so we talked about this.
On Agent Shield.
We talked about this. So, and this is something I brought to his attention when I read it because I was too excited to not.
Yeah, he came to me with that. I said, "Oh my god."
What was it you said? It was the 16th?
16.
So the 16th, they're adding. You're going to get an update to your Disney Plus app.
Was that tight?
And it's going to add parental controls, which you'll probably have to go through to start off with.
Right.
And basically what it's doing is it's going to allow on Disney Plus to have Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, Punisher.
They said they're going. I know that's not TVMA, but they're putting that on there as well.
Punisher. And I think that's it for the Netflix shows.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they're also bringing in all of the rest of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't think that's already on it, because I'm pretty sure they already have some. I could be wrong.
I may have to check back, but I think they only had like the first 2 seasons.
I know for a fact they already had Agent Carter.
Yeah, yes, they do have that at least, yeah.
But yeah, so you're gonna find that's where you're gonna be able to find all these things.
Right.
Here's what I think they're doing though. It's twofold. This is going to allow them to start bringing in some of the more adult-oriented Marvel movies, so that all the Marvel movies can be under one banner.
That's really what they've been wanting for a long time.
They want to be able to put movies like Logan, Deadpool,
Venom, I guess, if they were.
New Mutants.
Yeah, or New Mutants, yeah.
The Venom movies. Venom movies won't happen.
Oh, okay, that's Sony.
That's Sony.
My bad.
Well, they might eventually.
Right, eventually, but
I don't know.
I
don't know if that's going to be included with
Netflix
the
or
Spider-Man movies coming over.
Then probably pop on there, then take them off. It's one of them things, but yeah.
But yeah, so their goal is to get all Marvel movies under one banner.
Right.
Not Bruce. I say that because Universal will never allow the Incredible Hulk to be on Disney Plus.
Right. Universal won't allow them to make any other Hulk movies.
There's actually talks that they're probably going to do one.
Probably. Hopefully that happens, but right now, no.
But yeah, so they're going to be able to finally start bringing in every Marvel movie that they haven't been able to put in so far. But what I also think this is going to do, I'm actually guessing that Moon Knight is going to be TVMA.
Yeah, because we didn't really know. Was it TV-14 before this happened?
TV-14 is what everything's pretty much.
But they're probably going to bring it TVMA.
But at least I'm hoping Moon Knight will be TVMA. It could still be TV-14, and I could be wrong. That's fine.
Right.
But I do think this is going to allow them to even make their shows a little more edgier. So that way, when they continue doing Daredevil type stuff like that, they could still maintain that level of street level realism that the Netflix shows have been known to have.
Right. And they'll probably be able to show more, because like when they film a lot of shit, they probably will put more scenes on there, scenes that that probably were left on the floor, not because it was bad, but like, maybe it would be not good for younger audience, this TV-14, but now you can actually throw that out there now, because TV makes, so now they can probably put a little more extended scenes on these episodes now that can probably show you some stuff that they would have took it, or they would take out, but now it's like, throw them back in, TVMA, throw them back in. They raise the parental. But in fact, let's put some extra shit that we thought we was gonna throw away, like delete from the floor. Let's make this shit. Let's make a good show. Let's do it. Let's do that. So I think it's gonna be good, but make it even better.
It's already good shows.
My bad. Make it a better Moon Knight TV show than what it is. Which, by the way, the posters, if you guys have checked them out, solid. All of that.
The Moon Knight posters are pretty.
The poster selling for it, and I just see the hand thing with the mask. That's
Mr.
tight.
Knight.
Yeah. And I can't wait. I really can't wait, man.
Hi, Gilk.
Gilgamesh is like,
what you doing?
Leave me alone. That's.
Okay, he's like, no. I'm coming down. He. That's a he.
I keep calling her she. That's a he.
He is a boy cat.
There we go.
Hi, Gil. All right. So with that being said, I guess it is time to jump into...
Yep, I did everything in my news. That was all the news, man.
Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes.
This is like...
Episodes 14 through 19.
19, because we got about like 2 weeks left of this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
1 week left
week
of this.
Oh, crap. And then my friend...
And then I get to pick.
Gets to pick from the Spider-Man box.
And again, this has been a solid show.
No, yeah, nothing hasn't really,
So starting off, we're going to talk about episode 14. It is called Doomsday Plus One.
Hey.
So our heroes are sleeping in Doom's Doombots invade the Baxter building.
Mm-hmm.
Doom also has taken over Herbie. Neighbors are super pissy about all the noise that's going on. Doom is apparently also taking off with the Baxter building into space. Doom constantly taunts the group as he blows up sections of the Baxter building. Things are getting really bad. Herbie comes back, and Reed has him take over the Doombots and has them take the Baxter building back to Earth. Meanwhile, Lucrezia, who is a new character that apparently Doom created.
Right, that was weird.
I have no clue who she is.
I didn't try to look her up. I don't think she's real.
She might not be.
Right.
So Lucrezia and the Doombots invaded the hole that was left on takeoff to steal some sort of plans that Reed was working on. Upon entering back into the atmosphere, it becomes obvious that they are going to crash, so they actually aim the Baxter building towards the Latvian embassy. Reed sends the others up to the throne room and goes off to find the homing beacon. Reed then has Herbie shut down all the Doombots, and then comes up later as the Fantastic Four confronting Doom. And he basically tells the Fantastic Four, hey, we're leaving because I've actually rewired a lot of the things in this building to blow up. At which point Doom gets shitty, things blow up. And then the Baxter building is flown back to its location by helicopters.
I'd give this a 4 out of 5, actually.
When have we ever rated anything out of 5?
I'm sorry, I've been playing with the cat all damn day.
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
I wasn't ready, Coach. I was not ready for that.
It was a good episode.
I give it 8 out of 10. Or 9 out of 10. That's a good 9 out of 10.
This is one of the first episodes. Again, we know the heroes are not going to lose.
No.
But this is one of the first episodes that actually felt like they were in trouble.
I should have known they weren't going to lose, but when I watched this, I get it. They're going to win. But when I first saw it, I said, bro, this is like a race against the time right now, man. Like,
right.
Guys, we'll have to tell a different story in a minute.
Shit is going south.
Right.
This is why the show got canceled. They died.
They didn't make it. And Herbie took over and said, this is why I really got canceled. Herbie became new Fantastic Four. For all of them.
Episode 15 is called The Cure.
Yep.
Mole people and lava people come out of the ground and are confronted by the Fantastic Four.
Out of nowhere.
She-Hulk shows up with our team because it goes in a commercial break showing that Ben was human, and we have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but She-Hulk's there. That's cool.
Then it goes back in time,
right,
to figure out how we got here.
Of course.
And we find out that Ben is broken down by Adam, or atom by atom, and rebuilt back into being a human. Reed did this because he wanted to make Ben human.
Which, yeah, that's in the comics. He's been trying to do that since in the comics, trying to make him human.
Right, but the problem is, Ben at this point no longer remembers anything from the original flight and everything that has happened. So basically, he still thinks it's the day before they're supposed to launch into space.
Ain't that crazy? How the hell does that shit do that? It's like, wait a minute.
Ben starts freaking out because all his friends are doing things that he had never seen them do before.
Oh, he leaves. And he leaves. He bolts. He gotta go.
People being on fire, people turning invisible, people stretching across the room. He's freaking the fuck out. Meanwhile, Mole Man is planning to get every volcano on Earth to erupt all at once, but he, at that point, hears that there's a news report that Ben Grimm is back to being a human.
Yep.
And he's like, this is my time to do this.
Well, yeah, because you got the muscle, so...
Right.
Which...
So...
You think the Fast Four should still be able to beat the moment, but anyway.
Not when you have a billion goddamn rocket monsters and lava monsters working for you.
Working together.
The Fantastic Four investigate a Mole Man issue when our Diamond Mama monster steals some engine. It's the monster from the episode where
that was like episode 5, wasn't it? 5 or 6,
somewhere early.
Right, it was an early one because remember. Oh, that's gonna show you. It shows you this is continuing from when you say, "Oh, hope they leave on a cliffhanger." Well, there is a cliffhanger that bring the cliffhanger back. Cool.
So while this is going on, Johnny is actually setting up auditions for a new fourth member because Ben's no longer the Thing. She-Hulk ends up winning that competition.
Hey, She-Hulk showed up like a gangster. She's like, I'll do it. Didn't they do other members too?
Yeah. Well, actually, I was rooting for Squirrel Girl, but Squirrel Girl failed.
And see, that's why they got canceled. When do you ever see Squirrel Girl fail at anything?
Right.
Right. That's what you should know. That's why they got canceled. That is why Fantastic Four not going for season 2. It should have been Squirrel Girl. Would have killed all the mole men.
Right.
By herself.
Alicia also tries to convince Ben that he was perfect before. And we actually get back to where the episode had started. We find out Mole Man is actually trying to make a massive bomb, and our heroes are taken underground with the building, and then they are all captured. Ben Grimm takes the Fantastic Car, the original Mach 1 Fantastic Car, which they haven't shown in this episode yet.
No,
we're talking about
looks badass.
The old school.
The old school. It looks interesting.
It looks like a bathtub.
It looks interesting. No, it looks interesting. I was kind of okay. I mean, I said it was badass. I'm like, yo, we haven't seen that since we read in the comics. Like, okay,
right.
And he just brought out like, okay, how many adventures these people got, man?
She-Hulk manages to get free and then frees everyone else. Johnny then absorbs the explosion that was going to happen and flies up in the sky to let all that energy out.
See, he does the most non-Strange Tale thing ever. He actually does his job.
And as the cavern starts to fall apart, Mole Man gets out, our heroes escape.
Of course.
She-Hulk pretty much says that she's leaving the group, and it's because this team is not a team of superheroes, they're a family, and she doesn't feel like she's a part of that family.
Aww.
It's not a bad thing.
No, it ain't a bad thing. No, I was like, I know I'm saying, that's why she left. Okay.
And Ben actually tells Reed that he wants to become Thing again because he wants to be a part of the team.
That is crazy. The second time, I mean, I get the first time was a serum, but I'm just saying that's just crazy that Ben is like, yo, I will be the Thing just to be a fan. Like, bro, what?
And once he's turned back into the Thing,
course.
he doesn't remember any of his time as a human there.
Nope.
And that's how the episode ends. I gave it a 9.
I gave it I'll probably give it a 10.
I actually think it is my favorite episode so far. It
has everything. It has crossovers.
It's a perfect fucking episode.
It has old villains coming back.
Almost perfect.
It had old villains coming back. It wasn't no Doctor Doom episode.
Right.
Which, that's a plus. And you had other heroes in this bitch that could have saved Squirrel Girl. Anyway, keep going. Hey, look. That's
all
okay, because when Galactus come down, you're going to need Squirrel Girl anyway to calm his ass down.
Episode 16 is called Shell Games. Our heroes are putting in a new security system when it appears that they're attacked by Iron Man.
Yep. That was interesting. I was like, yeah,
also,
Iron Man.
By the way, I love that he's also referenced as Tony Stark's bodyguard, just like in the comics where we're at right now.
That is interesting. So this goes to show you, I guess, somewhere in timeline, they don't know that Tony Stark is Iron Man. I love it. I love it, man.
As they destroy one suit, a lot more pop up.
Yep.
Reed sets off a giant EMP and they all fly off. So the Fantastic Four now have to have a meeting with Tony. Tony seems to not know what the fuck the Fantastic Four are talking about with all these suit attacks.
Right.
When Tony takes everyone down to the lab, he realizes all of his suits are missing, but they do find a Doombot down there. And we now know who is up to this. Tony disappears, becomes Iron Man as the building starts to collapse. After saving the building, Iron Man flies off to confront Doom, basically telling the Fantastic Four to stay out of his fucking business.
He did too.
And the Fantastic Four just followed him because they're like, nah, this is just as much our problem because Doom's involved.
Why did he think... He's like, yo, hey, say my business. We're going to follow this motherfucker.
So, turns out Doom mixed Iron Man's armor with his own armor.
Of course.
And Doom is here to fuck shit up.
Of course.
Doom takes control of Tony's armor and causes Tony Stark to start attacking the Fantastic Four. At this point, we find out that Reed already knows it's Tony because he's not stupid. Thank you for having knowledge. You know how tired I am of reading these comics and people legit not putting 2 and 2 together?
We're talking about you, Superman.
No, I'm talking about Marvel.
I know you're talking about Marvel too. I know you are.
Reading Superman. You might be. I'm not.
Is that Cap or Steve Rogers? I don't know. Put a mask on him.
Doom takes control of Tony's armor, goes out to Fantastic Four. Reed knows it's Tony.
Of course.
And they need to work together to fix Tony's armor. Here, Herbie goes into Iron Man's mainframe, frees him, but disappears.
You know, that's some bullshit. I almost forgot Herbie even existed.
Right.
Ain't that some shit?
I spelled his name wrong, too. That's why I was confused.
No, it's just like, that's what it feels like. Herbie, you still here? I
Tony-
thought you got this defected, bro.
Right. Tony manages to get close enough to cause Doom's armor to self-destruct. Doom flees, and Tony and Reed end up thanking each other, and Tony flies off. And then Reed fixes Herbie, and that's how the episode ended. I gave this a 9 as well.
Yeah, 9. I told him.
Keep giving me crossovers. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I told him at our job, and I said, bro, this was might be like 1 or 2, but the rest are like solid episodes, man.
Pay attention, Gil. She's coming.
Oh my God, where did you come from, lady?
Episode 17 is called Annihilation. A sphere shows up in the streets, and here come the Fantastic Four to close it. It goes kind of crazy and sucks all of them in, and then disappears.
Right.
They are now in the negative zone.
That's like, what, their second time?
It's their first time as a group.
Oh,
Johnny was there.
Because Johnny was, okay. Johnny was there.
While here, everyone's powers alter and enhance, but to a point where they can't control it. Shit is hilarious, by the way. Loved it. They are then attacked by bugs. Our heroes get into the Fantastic Car that was also brought in with them, and they split up, but because of their enhanced powers, they each end up crashing individually in different places. They all end up getting captured, and it's beginning to look... The episode itself is starting to look... I said it reminded me of an Ian Flux episode, art-wise.
Right.
Art-wise.
Flies. Right.
Doom shows up, of course. And Doom apparently tricked Annihilus into thinking that the Fantastic Four were coming to destroy shit. Our heroes become normal again somehow, and then Reed tries talking to Annihilus,
right.
But Annihilus won't listen.
Of course.
Annihilus does find out, though, that the Cosmic Control Rod is gone, and he's not happy.
No shit.
Reed tries to contact Herbie. Doom shuts the Baxter building down. Our heroes come through a portal and attack Doom, but he's pretty badass right now and is whooping their ass. Doom drops his gauntlet during the fight, and the fabrics of reality start to tear themselves apart. As Doom is fighting with Annihilus, Reed uses both of the gauntlets, both his and Doom's, together to basically send Doom and Annihilus back to the negative zone and fix everything that's going on. I gave this one a 9 as well.
Yeah, it's definitely 9. I like how you just see me react like, oh shit, and you just like still continue. He just still continue. Because I think she wanted to slap the shit out of him. He's like, please leave me alone.
She wants him to go away.
Really? You think I'm dead ass, bro? I'm dead ass. Think like, why are you here? Oh my.
But she also wants to play.
Right.
Anyways.
He goes take a paw, man. I slap you. Like,
episode 18 is called Frightful.
Oh shit.
There's a traffic jam over the bridge, and it starts to fall apart. But some new heroes come up and fix everything. And while this is happening, Reed is teaching a class about things that he's invented, some sort of particle.
Right.
That's obviously going to show up later in the episode.
Right. That's not hinting. That's not foreshadowing nothing.
But instead of talking about what he's teaching, everyone is asking Reed about how he feels about this team that is calling themselves the Wizards 4. So he leaves because he's just like, I don't care.
Right. Really does.
And the Wizards 4, for those of you that don't know, consist of Wizard,
right,
Claw,
right,
Trapster, and Dragon Man.
Which I don't think we never got to. That is Claw, Ulysses Claw, right? Right. I'm trying to remember. Right. And we haven't got to Dragon Man yet, but we have got to those 3. We know about them 3: Wizard and of course Trapster. Which
for those of
that's
you,
Stranger Tales Trapster. Yeah, that's Trapster.
For those of you that don't know who Trapster is,
yeah, he kicked his ass. He was my MVP. I wanted to pick. If it was my turn, I think it's
Trapster is Pace Pot Pete. Which, by the way, this comes back here in a little bit. So our heroes...
You didn't know that, bro? I was like, of course.
Our heroes start to get super annoyed with these fucking groups
That's what
of
they...
people.
Them whoop their asses. No shit.
The new team is putting up a really good front for the public eye, helping kids, being nice, all these other things. Johnny ends up being seen at a building that explodes. And he's blamed for it, but really it was Dragon Man.
Of course.
Everyone thinks Torch did it except for Reed. Reed finds out who the 4 villains are, and they are going to confront the Wizards 4. Once they get there, they start talking shit back and forth, and a fight breaks out. Reed gathers everyone and says that they need to leave in order to save their reputation. They get back to the Baxter building, and Reed realizes that the Wizards 4 have been causing their own issues to fix. So they've been fucking shit up just so they can save the issue so that it makes them look good in the public eye.
I like it. I'll pick them.
Reed examines camera footage and finds Dragon Man fleeing from the Torch.
Oh my God!
From the fire the torch was blamed on.
Oh my!
Turns out Wizard is after unstable molecules. Our heroes end up attacking. After a villainous monologue in the subway, we get a big fight.
Yep.
A lot of Paste Pop Pete jokes start to happen.
Oh, you already know it was.
It spills above ground, and Herbie shows a video to the crowd of the Wizard's monologue, talking about how they fooled the public. The molecules end up leaking out. Sue ends up containing it, and the heroes capture all of the villains. I actually gave this episode a 7. If I remember correctly, I think this is the worst episode of the group that we watched.
I gave it a...
Oh, no. It's tied. I didn't like these last 2 episodes.
You know what was going to get... Oh, bro. I'll give it an 8. Because you know I was going to say, that's a 10 all day. You know, like, just the fact...
Ralph has a hard-on for Paste Pop Pete.
Oh, because, let me tell you, and I guess Paste Pop Pete has a hard-on for Johnny's story. Because you know, the first... And then... Come on, I was got to. Well, the first... Instead of attacking all the Fantastic Four, the first thing you do, we're going to blow up Johnny's store. It's like, you remember when you couldn't catch me, bitch? Boom. Like, goodbye, Johnny Storm. Wave to his ass. Bro, that hiss was like severe. Did you hear that hiss?
Mm-hmm. Ralph, okay, you guys gotta understand. Ralph has never had cats before. So, this is hilarious.
But I had dogs, but not cats. I never once had a cat. I had dogs and puppies before, but I've never had cats before. And all he's trying to do is sleep. He's really not trying to be bothered by nobody. And it's just so funny because she's just like...
She's like, this is my house. Get out.
I mean, look at her. She's...
Hi, baby.
Nope. Don't. Look at her. She's like, don't touch me. Don't even look at me. Don't even breathe.
She's fine. She knows she's fine.
Oh, man, please don't go to my gun. Don't you dare. Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Episode 19 is called Strings. This is the last episode we're going to cover. Puppet Master is controlling the police force and
Puppet Master's back, y'all. For like 3rd time, right? 2nd time?
Second time.
Right.
Ends up evicting the Fantastic Four.
Hey, you know what they're going to do? Talk to Namor. Exactly.
They go to stay with Alicia. Alicia and Reed think it might be Puppet Master, and now the Fantastic Four have to get jobs. So we get this like quick little montage of people getting jobs and going and also confronting old villains to see if they're the ones that are causing everything to happen. Mm-hmm. However, when the Fantastic Four return back to Alicia is now under her stepdad's control, and she kicks the Fantastic Four out. Puppet Master has made puppets of the whole town.
Of course.
The Fantastic Four move into Reed's dad's place, and now the NYPD are there, end up showing up to arrest the Fantastic Four. Reed tells the squad to turn themselves in, and then he's like, while you guys do that, I'm going to go free us of all this situation. He dips.
Right.
At jail, our heroes were pretty much told in a video that Puppet Master has already taken control of Mr. Fantastic and has had control of him for about 3 weeks. And we see that this is true as Reed and Puppet Master go into Reed's old lab. Puppet Master has Reed put a helmet on his head that allows him to control everyone. Meanwhile, Sue, Thing, and Johnny break out of jail. They're attacked by everyone in the city. They come back into the lab and Reed attacks them. Reed ends up breaking out of Puppet Master's spell and lets our heroes go. Turns out the helmet created for Puppet Master enhanced the cosmic powers of the Fantastic Four as well as his own. And they ended up canceling each other out. At the end, Puppet Master pulls his dentures out, or he gets defeated.
Right.
Goes into jail. He tries to pull his dentures out to turn them into the clay that he had hidden as well.
It's always the clay.
Except Sue ends up becoming visible because she was hiding in a cell to see where he was hiding this shit. And she takes it from him. And that's how the episode ended. I gave this a 7 as well.
Yeah, I didn't care.
I am not impressed with Puppet Master. I'm not. Compared
to how they did in the comics, I'm really not. It's just been downhill with him. It's like they could have copied and pasted, no pun intended, with this guy. That they could have did the Puppet Masters just from the comics, but they decided to not do that. So that's fine. I mean,
right.
But yeah, I give this. I think it's 6 or 5.
Overall, solid week.
No. That's not down. That's not downplaying. This was really good.
These last 2 episodes were just kind of meh.
Right.
Otherwise, it was solid from 14. Was it we started 14? 8, 9, yeah. 14 through 17 were all completely solid. Great episodes. And then, like I said, the last 2 episodes 18 and 19.
This series as a whole has just been,
but it's been
really
good.
Like it's almost.
It's not been excellent,
right? But it's almost.
Been,
I'm saying
solid. It's been good.
I'm not saying it's close to Earth's Heroes, but it's right there. It's almost like a good show. I'm not saying it's like legendary like Earth's Heroes, but
right.
I give it to them for what they're working with.
The good news is, good and bad news. This next week will be the last week covering this show. We're going to be covering the last 7 episodes.
And then that's it. Damn.
It's both good and bad news because it's another season of something done. We've managed to get 2 seasons of shows done in between the last season of a Marvel Netflix show and this one. So that's quite a few episodes. That's a total of 52 episodes that we've watched of the show. Even though I could have done without the first 26. So we're going to cover, like I said, we're going to cover these last 7 episodes. Next week we will talk about that. We'll tier it on the tier list.
Yep.
And then
we'll tier it again.
And then we'll pick the next thing. Now, again, if it's a show that we end up picking, we'll cover it
all the way to Moon Knight
until Moon Knight comes out, and then we'll focus solely on Moon Knight, and then we'll come back to that after Moon Knight's done. If it's a movie, we'll cover the movie, draw again until.
Basically, we're doing something all the way leading up to Moon Knight. That's pretty much what we're doing. We're just but this time, Nick, this is gonna be your moment next week, man. Don't fuck this up, Ace.
Terrible show. It's my goal. Another terrible show.
No, he go pick the 19
X-Men Evolution.
Season 2. Your childhood was shit. It was shit.
Yeah, I actually kind of liked the first season.
I know, right? See, it's one of them shows he hates or slowly dislikes.
It'll be something stupid. It'll be like Wolverine and the X-Men, or
I was gonna say that 1990s Fantastic Four.
I'll watch that.
With that weird clay looking, like puppeteer.
Maybe I'll draw Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends.
I didn't like Spider-Man Amazing Friends.
Neither did I.
Or the old Spider-Man. That Spider, that was that 1963 Spider-Man. Because you had the first one that you had.
I haven't watched enough of it to be able to judge it.
Right.
But yeah, so we're again super stoked to continue what we're doing. To be honest, we're having a lot of fun with this, whether people are watching or not.
All 5 of you guys are awesome. We got 72 subscribers now.
We do. We're moving on up in the world.
Man, I can't wait to get my Lambo. Please give me a Lamborghini. I want to just drive a Lambo.
Motherfucker's got jokes.
I want to rent a Lambo. Just rent it. Like, I don't even want to drive. I just want to rent it. One, because my big ass probably can't fit in that bitch, but I still want to get in one. It's like, you can't fit in there. You think that's going to stop me, motherfucker?
Like, you're looking like the Thing.
Right.
In the negative zone with big ass hands breaking shit.
Right. Just.
But yeah, so join us next week. Again, later this week we have what is actually an amazing set of comics. Period.
Yeah, like that Black Widow one was good. Fuck, man, that was good.
So be here Thursday for the Comic Corner podcast, and then I think that's gonna do it until next week. So with that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Excelsior. Watch our stuff.